This is in soccer. A fight occurred in the, I don't even know how to pronounce this, a Copa Sul Dos Campeoes.
Muy bien.
Thank you.
Muy bien.
I appreciate the support.
Excelente.
So this is in Brazil. A fight broke out when two players actually, it stemmed from a collision between players. The ref tries to step in, and he unfortunately suffered the consequences. Let's watch.
Após violenta falta de Edson Bugrão, o árbitro resolveu expulsar o jogador do Internacional. Porém, Rudinei, atleta do Caravaggio, que recebeu a falta, também foi expulso, o que não agradou o time de Nova Veneza. Com isso, uma confusão tomou conta do gramado. Os jogadores partiram. O técnico Gralha deu literalmente um pescoção no juiz. Após alguns minutos de tumulto, logo na sequência, quando os torcedores comemoravam o terceiro gol do time do Caravaggio, o alambrado foi ao chão e, com isso, o árbitro encerrou o jogo. Um detalhe chamou a atenção da imprensa que cobria a partida. O jogo iniciou sem a presença da polícia militar.
So we rarely see stuff like this occur in the United States.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see fans brawl in the stands, but we'll never see...
Our players attack our fans sometimes, but...
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe even Dennis Rodman will, you know, hit a cameraman in the groin. That'll be the most that we'll see. Except for the Palace at Auburn Hills, that was the one and only time that we really saw huge violence.
Right.
The unfortunate part is that the referees obviously don't deserve this. He gave a red card to the victim of what happened when these two were kind of duking it out. And one guy, I guess, took more of a beating than the other. He didn't start it. And that's when the blue team got really pissed. Internacional got really pissed and decided to attack him.
Yeah, I mean, what's fascinating about that video is he had no bravado in the call. You see him make the call, and then he stands there for a second, and then he's actually backing up. It wasn't like he was being like, I'm the ref. You know how sometimes you watch a basketball game, particularly in basketball, a ref will make a call, and then the player will come up to them, and then they get in the player's face to kind of shut it down. That's not what this guy did. He actually backed away as if he was nervous, and then clearly it was for good reason. I mean, these guys should be suspended for the season. You cannot touch a ref. Simple as that. In any sport.
Well, okay, maybe I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Go.
I agree with you. However, I'm going to try to drag you back in.
Okay.
They're trying to be good people in the sense that you saw the fence that was broken.
I did.
That was broken down towards the end. The two teams are actually forming an allegiance together and saying that they'll fix the fence. Does that sway your decision?
That they're going to fix the fence that was broken. They're such upstanding citizens that they're going to fix the broken fence. Yeah. I mean, they're choking a ref. They're literally chasing him. He was running away like he was going to
Who do you think that was, by the way? You know, who came out and choked the ref?
I'm guessing that was a coach on one of the teams.
At first I thought it was a fan. It was the coach of one of the teams, actually. It's Inter's coach, actually. So not only did the players attack the ref, but then the coach attacked the ref.
Yeah,
Good
I mean,
role model.
the funny thing is that picking this clip, I mean, if you were to pick soccer games from literally all over the world, but you know, mostly in Europe, I mean, there are riots at every soccer game. There are maulings. A wild animal will end up on the field somehow being roasted. I mean, we do have like a very privileged, controlled sports situation in the United States. I don't know how long it'll last as the whole world continues to get internationalized.
Yeah. You know? So Internacional actually won this game 3-0. This was in again the final of the Copa Sul Dos Campeoes.
Tu español es.
Yeah, muy mal.
It's incredible.
So okay. And finally, I have to mention this: the referee that went down and also received the water shower towards the end, which obviously one can sympathize with, can't understand. They didn't show in the clip, but I read a report off of 101greatgoals.com, a fantastic website, free plug for you guys. He basically was stoned, and then that's when he fell to the ground. Someone threw a stone at him, he fell on the ground, and then he got a water shower like that.
Yeah, I mean, really, choked, stoned, water dumped on him.
It's pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if that happened to Joey Crawford, though.
Really? Really? You don't like Joey Crawford?
That was just the one ref name that popped into my head. I feel like that's like the go-to ref name. Like, who else would you say? You know who I really hated, he's long out of the league, is Jake O'Donnell. Remember that guy? And Jake O'Donnell was a ref in the early 90s. Well, he was a ref in the 80s up until the mid-90s, and got suspended in 95 for the playoffs because he wouldn't shake some players' hands. And then they just never heard from him again. Never liked that guy. Yeah.
You know, I don't remember. Oh, it was actually one of my college. We were in radio together. WIUX, the great Indiana, Bloomington radio station, and he brought up a very good point about referees. you know a referee is bad if you know his name. So like that, I think that's a pretty fair point,
right?
As well.
Well, that's why Joey Crawford's the only one I could possibly think of. I feel like that's not even a reflection.
Dick Bavetta is a well-known ref. Yeah. However, he's more known for kissing Charles Barkley on the lips instead of anything. You know.
Sure, he had his reasons.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.